Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for April of 2017. I almost said 2016. That would have been way off, wouldn't it? But anyway, this month I'm doing things a little bit differently. I'm going to be looking at the reading in a different way, looking at the cards differently as well. I feel like things are getting boring with doing card readings, so let's mix it up and just kind of see what happens this month, right? So you start off with the Five of Clubs, and again, I'm going to be focusing on the main energies that will be kind of you'll be dealing with for the month, and kind of all things that could be going on for you. So you have the Five of Clubs. This is the card of the adventurer, going on an adventure, going on some sort of adventure. Definitely a great card of traveling. I used to call this card like Indiana Jones, because it's a card of like doing all that stuff, going on adventures, discovering things, even traveling and buying things, traveling and finding new things that you enjoy. So it's a very exciting card, definitely a card of excitement. It can also be a card of feeling restless in your life, so maybe some of you need an adventure. Maybe some of you need to go on some sort of adventure or explore kind of some new daily routine or some new place even. And again, this doesn't have to be very far away. This could be, some local place. Maybe you just need to kind of go on some sort of adventure. Normally, I would say, as always, this is a card of hobbies and taking part in some sort of hobby-based business. So again, just keep that in the back of your mind, that a lot of you could be focused on that, some sort of hobby-based business, or starting some sort of hobby. This card, being the card of the explorer as well, is a card of exploring other things. So maybe even some of you are coming up to, some major life changes. Maybe some of you are feel like you're older, but maybe you want to change your career at this time. Maybe you're looking at some sort of major career change, or thinking about that, or some sort of major lifestyle change at this time. This is definitely a card of thinking about those things, meditating on those things, and trying to come up with some kind of conclusions around that. Definitely a card that I would say represents needing to be careful of secrets as well. That would be on the more kind of negative side of things. This is a card where if you have any secrets that you're holding on to from somebody else, those things could definitely come out to bite you. I would say for most of you, this would have to do with a relationship. So again, if you're in a relationship, and that's just where these secrets usually lie with this card. If you're holding on to a secret, again, just know that it could come out at this time, so definitely be careful of that with this card. Or you might just want to reveal the secret and get it over and done with at this time. It's also a card where you could be just thinking about your limitations in general. I look at the Five of Clubs and the Seven of Clubs, both cards, as cards of like escaping from prison, as I always say. But sometimes I think that's a little bit too negative, because they're actually good cards. They represent action. Again, you're an adventurer, you're going on an adventure. But a lot of you could be seeing new ways to escape from situations in your life. But again, I would say this is like a positive escape. It's not a negative type of escape. It's like you're coming up with some sort of solution to maybe debts, or maybe to a job you don't like, or even a relationship that you don't enjoy as well. You could be coming up with some sort of thing to kind of get around these difficulties. It's also a card that represents just experience, learning through experience, and learning new things by doing, basically. So you could find yourself being more hands-on this month with things that you want to learn, and you could be more willing to take risks. I usually say this is a card of needing to take a risk, but actually, again, this month I'm doing things differently. So let's, see what happens. Definitely. Definitely a card of being more willing to take risks as well. Like I said, it's a card of action, so it makes a lot of sense too. Doing so, kind of gaining new experiences. You can also represent new things coming into your life as well. You have two fives. Fives represent birth, kind of just on a more mundane level, so they can represent new things coming into your life. Next, you have the Jack of Spades coming up here. The Jack of Spades is definitely a card of needing to be careful of what you say to people around you as well this month, so be careful of that. So it's kind of like there's a balance this month for you with the secrets and with this card here, needing to have a balance there. But it's a card that is extremely creative, all about being creative, and again, coming up with these kind of creative solutions, which is definitely what comes up with this Five of Clubs as well. Under like the birth card reading systems out there, this card represent usually like the challenge for people who are born with the Jack of Spades is maintaining honesty. Really is maintaining honesty in their life. So make sure to be extra honest. Again, I'm not suggesting you're a liar this month or anything like that, but I think that there just could be certain situations where you're just not letting something out. Again, I don't even think it's a lie, right? I just think you're just not letting something out that you want to let out as well. Definitely be careful of stretching the truth with this card as well, kind of, you know, similar along the same lines there, because people will find out very quickly. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're just bad at stretching the truth this month or something as well. But usually a very good card for charisma, very good card for being very charming and using your charm as well. As you've heard me say a million times in the past, 2017, big year for networking. Jack of Spades is the card of getting out there and being social and networking and meeting more people and looking for, again, mutually beneficial benefits for people that you meet or people that you network with, coming up with those types of agreements. This goes both ways as well. It says that any agreements that you're involved in, you need to make sure that you are also receiving mutual kind of benefits from this relationship. So it can be a card of needing to look at balance in relationships and things. So definitely do that. Next, you have the Five of Hearts. So 2 5s, again, 5s represent adventure. Again, on a more mundane level, they can represent new things coming in, but also moving, traveling, and any of these types of things can happen with this card. This card can also say that you need to do new things. It could say that maybe you're getting stuck in some sort of daily routine where things are boring, or things are just always the same, and it says that you need to mix it up, kind of like I'm doing this month with these cards, right? So it just says that you need to do new things and try a new kind of variety of things with this card. It can be a card that comes up when people like change diets, or maybe you look at your diet and you're like on a certain diet, and you're just like, you know what, maybe instead of just being on this diet, maybe my body kind of needs a mixture of everything, instead of just being so restrictive, and maybe I need to open up to just a different way of eating, making sure that I just eat always healthy stuff. Maybe I don't need to eliminate everything else. Again, that could just be one thing that comes up with this card. Again, card of vacation, card of going on vacations, and also kind of a card of just settling your life. I feel like a lot of you could be like creating more of a balance with these cards. I think that's been a long-term message for Taurus since I started reading on YouTube, definitely. I think that, one of the main things that's always come up is 4s. These are 5s, but again, they can represent kind of after 4, right? Actually having settled things and having, settled life in a lot of ways, which I think would be a good thing for you as well this month. Definitely, funny enough, also a card of socializing, partying, and needing to enjoy pleasure in life as well this month, and needing to find ways to enjoy more pleasurable things, needing to have more fun, basically. And finally, you have the 6 of Hearts. 6 of Hearts, very good card. Definitely represents turnarounds and having a turnaround type energy for you, which is always nice. And it can also represent things I feel like will be speeding up for you this month, and you could be seeing a lot of like speed. I don't know, that's just the message I'm getting. A lot of things kind of moving forward in a lot of ways, maybe even for the people in your life as well, maybe even family. This is a card that has to do with family and the people around you, basically. So even very close friends, but again, basically the people who are closest to you with this card. This card is also very karmic. Again, 6s, all 6s to me, when I'm normally reading, represent karma. But this 6 of Hearts is considered like the card of karma, the card that really represents karma on a very deep level. So you could be settling a lot of like karmic debts this month, or you could be having a lot of karmic things happen to you this month. You could be like meeting people on a very karmic level who kind of become very important to you. And it's also a card of needing to pick and choose your battles, you could say, needing to decide whether or not you really want to argue with somebody or not. So when it comes to friends, make sure that you actually create that balance there, and you're not you're not kind of like creating battles with people that you don't need to create. Great card for knowledge and learning. Again, all 6s represent learning, so amazing card for knowledge and creativity as well. But it looks like a great month, so thank you for watching and enjoy your April.